Good morning, Casey.
How are you?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you because I'm plugged in and it's difficult with the microphone, so I can't hear you. All good. We wait 2-3 more minutes, maybe there is someone else joining in, yeah? Hold on a second. Tell me. I can't hear you, I don't know why. I can't hear you. I would need to go to my, let's see. Are you okay? Yes. And Kata is here. Very nice. Good morning, Kata. Katarina. I know your sister is missing. Marie. Haven't seen her for longer. Wait 1 or 2 more minutes. We want to start in sitting. Florian is coming. That's beautiful. Hi, what a blessing. Florian, you are here as well. Good morning. Let's wait. We want to start. Hi, Florian. We want to start sitting. Find a comfortable seat. As always, you can start in kneeling or using a blanket, using a pillow to helping yourself, finding a nice long spine, releasing your shoulders, finding your hands in front of your belly or on top of your knees, whatever feels more easy for your shoulders, to letting this weight from your shoulders falling into this Mother Earth with your eyes closed, bringing your awareness towards yourself, connecting with your breath. Letting your face be very soft, that you can feel this soft touch of this air in every little cell. In every little cell is a being. Every little cell can breathe. We are a bundle of many uncountable cells. And every little cell has its core, has liquids, has its pulsation. Connected to each other. Letting yourself coming to this awareness of your being, to your cellular state. Wild times, intense times, challenging times. I can imagine, yeah, almost everyone is traveling through different states, unexpected, surprised how we meet this situation. It's going on and on, it's changing, and there is still this pressure, this anxiety, this threat of this unknowing, what really will happen in the near future, in the future. And this morning I just remembered this beautiful little story of Buddha's awakening, sitting down next to a tree with his eyes open and receiving all these imaginations, all these visualizations, all this massive impact of mind creating, even there is nothing happening outside. There is this mind constantly creating, fear, anxiety, images, monsters. And there was one point when he puts down his fingers, feeling the earth. So maybe you're gonna putting down your left hand, only feeling how your left hand is touching the floor, wherever you are in your apartment, maybe outside, maybe on the balcony, wherever you are, simply feeling this floor and listening to your own voice while you're internally saying, I am here. I am here. And while he was sitting there, I am here. Suddenly he got this enlightenment of whatever happens outside, whatever is there, I am here simply. You stay with your hand. And with your right hand, you want to create a fist. We take alternate nostril breathing, nadi, sotana. With your right thumb on the outside of your on your right nostril, sorry, and your pinky finger on your left nostril, closing your right side and taking an inhaling. With your left nostril, holding both nostrils, closing both nostrils, I am here. Opening right side and exhale to your right side. Pausing for a moment, inhaling your right side. Closing both sides for a count of 3, 4. Exhaling your left side for 2, 3, 4. Pausing, inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding both 3, 4, 5. Opening right side, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay empty. Inhaling 2, 3, 4. Holding 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling left side. 3, 2, 1. Keep on going. Every one of you is a practitioner, so keep on going. With your inhaling all the time, same length. Mind popping up, emotions popping up. I am here with your left hand touching the floor, grounded, touched and untouched at the same time, moved and unmoved at the same time. In wildness, in stormy days, in peaceful days, I am here. And finishing off this round, wherever you are in your round, finishing off this round is when you reach the moment of exhaling towards your left side. Your left nostril is exhaling. And you're ready, you're releasing your hands, bringing both of your hands in front of your belly, creating a small little bowl, as if you can hold yourself in your hands. I am here. Whatever there is outside, I am here. And releasing your hands, gently opening your eyes, pushing all away what you're sitting on and finding yourself laying down onto the floor, only a people lengthening your legs, bringing your arms over your head and giving yourself a sweet little waking up stretching, as if you with your stretching can connecting towards this floor in your heart. I am here. Playing with your wrists, playing with your ankles, with your toes, making a nice little fist and opening your fingers while you're squeezing your toes and spreading your toes. With your next inhaling, bending your knees and hugging your knees towards your chest. You want to stay down with your sacrum, simply only rooting down while you're pressing your knees towards your chest. Holding your left knee and lengthening your right leg. Hover your right leg 2-3 centimeters over the floor. Your chin towards your sternum. Inhaling, changing side, your right knee towards your chest, your left leg, hover this left leg 2-3 centimeters over the floor. Your shoulders easing, your breath is deep. Inhaling, changing side, and this time you want to lifting your shoulders, your nose meeting your left knee, releasing your shoulders. Hello, Anna, I didn't see you. You are here as well. Very nice. Stay with your torso. Inhaling, changing side. Exhale. Inhaling, changing side. Exhale. Inhaling, changing side. Exhale. Inhaling, changing side. Exhaling. One more time. Inhaling, changing side. Exhaling, stay. If you're holding your right or your left leg, it doesn't matter. Releasing your shoulders, and at the same time you're lifting your leg, pointing with your balls of your feet. So you're holding one knee and one leg points towards the ceiling. Bringing your interlaced fingers in front of your knee, lengthening your arms, pushing your knee into your hands, and then you start lowering down your long leg, lifting yourself up. So you're levering yourself up, your shoulders rolling down, as if you can really nicely stretch your shoulders rolling down, your foot is reaching forward. Stay in your pose. Maybe you can release where your long leg is your arm. Maybe you can release both of your arms, staying in your pose, strengthening your core, rooting down from your sacrum. One more deep breath. Exhaling, bending your knees, hugging your knees towards your chest, releasing shoulders, releasing your neck, and changing side. So holding this other knee, lengthening this other leg, staying here for one moment. And then you're lifting your long leg towards the ceiling, interlacing your fingers in front of your knee, lengthening your arms. You want to pushing your knee into your hands, lowering down your long leg, and you're levering yourself up, rolling back your shoulders. Breath, lifting yourself up. Breathe. The more you're pushing with your ball of your foot forward and rolling back your shoulders, connecting with your belly, the easier it becomes. Maybe you're releasing one arm or releasing both of your arms. Breathe, avoiding lifting shoulders towards your ears, avoiding squeezing your face. One more deep breath. Exhaling, folding your knee towards your chest, planting your feet hip width apart onto the floor, your arms on your side, rolling up your spine, vertebra for vertebra into a gentle bridge. Your arms next to your body, walking your arms along your body, closer towards your heels, spreading your fingers, lifting your palms of your hands while you're pressing your fingertips into the floor and lifting your hips even a tiny bit higher. Exhaling, coming back down onto the floor with your hips, walking your feet maybe a tiny bit closer towards your seat, spreading your fingers, and with your fingertips you're pressing into the floor while your feet pressing into the floor, lifting yourself up light like a feather. Imagine 2-3 centimeters below your belly button. There is a nice little thread pulling you up. Exhaling, coming back down onto the floor, releasing your hands, hugging your knees towards your chest, rounding your spine, squeezing yourself, releasing your shoulders, your neck, and stay close with your knees while you're pressing your sacrum into the floor. Breathe your knees towards your chest, opening your arms towards your side, letting your knees flowing towards your left side, finding a gentle twisting. Your hands rooting down, gaze over your right shoulder. Breathe. I am here, whatever. Inhaling, coming back with your knees towards your center, hugging your knees one more time. So you want to bring your knees closer to your chest. You want to avoid lifting your hips up. You're pressing your hips, pressing these knees. A long spine, chin towards your sternum, opening your arms towards your side with your knees close towards your chest. You're bringing your knees towards your right side and gazing over your left. The closer you bring your knees towards your chest, towards your armpit, the higher you are twisting. And it becomes a tiny bit more intense for our thoracic spine, which has less flexibility as the ribs are connected and creating this beautiful ball, supporting heart, supporting, protecting lungs. Inhaling, coming back with your knees, lengthening your legs towards your ceiling, pointing with your toes, exhaling, flexing your feet, inhaling, pointing your toes, exhaling, flexing feet, inhaling, pointing, exhaling, flexing. Lowering down your right leg, hovering 2-3 centimeters over the floor, bringing your arms in your center, interlacing your fingers, pointing with your index finger, releasing your shoulders. From here, you want to lift your shoulders out of your shoulder sockets. Only your shoulders, your head stays down. Exhaling, releasing your shoulders. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, releasing. Breathing deep. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, releasing, and bringing your arms over your head. Inhaling, lifting your right leg. Exhaling, lowering down your left leg. Hover your left leg 2-3 centimeters over the floor. Inhaling, bringing your arms back towards the ceiling and start creating nice little circle with your finger, painting a circle on the ceiling or on the open sky when you're practicing outside. Changing direction. Breathe. Can you smile in your face? Can you smile in your heart? Telling your mind, I am here. Breathe. Exhaling, bringing your arms over your head, lifting your left and hugging your knees towards your chest, rounding your spine. Squeeze yourself. Breathe. Inhaling, releasing your knees, bringing your hands in behind your knees and gently start rock and roll on your spine, taking a few little rock and rolls. If you don't want to do rock and rolls, please come to your right side and come back to your sitting. When you are up, balancing on your sit bones, hugging your knees towards your chest, hugging them with your arms, bringing your hands in front of your face and planting the roots of your hands into your eyes while you're closing your eyes, feeling yourself balancing. Whatever there is, regardless of what I think, feel, sense, I am here. Feeling this peace, this open, wide space, vastness in your being. Releasing your hands, gripping your toes and lengthening your legs, rolling back your shoulders, balancing on your sit bones. Maybe you need to grab your ankles, your calf muscles, or you're holding your knees in your arms close to your belly. Releasing your hands, reaching with your arms over your head and lowering down. Your legs coming into your sitting, your arms over your head, palms of your hands facing forward, flexing your feet. Breathe, lifting yourself up. Breathe, reaching forward from your heart and find Paschimottanasana. You're still warming up. Breathe, so do not overstretch. Inhaling, coming into your sitting, gently bending your right knee and planting your right foot onto the floor, your right arm reaching around, planting your hand onto the floor, reaching forward with your left balls of your feet, and you want to lifting yourself up, pressing your right hand, your right foot, opening your left arm. Breathe. Exhaling, coming down onto the floor, changing sides. So your left leg bending, planting your left foot, your left hand behind your seat, under your shoulder, reaching forward from your right foot and lifting your seat. Oops, I'm wobbly. Breath. Breath. Inhaling, coming back onto your seat and swinging your knees towards your side, coming in your tabletop, hands under your shoulders, knees hip-width apart, starting for a moment in your cat-cow breathing. So you're rounding your spine, gazing forward, gaze towards your belly button. In. Inhaling and taking, next inhaling your right leg with you, gazing forward from your heart, rounding your spine, and bring your knee towards your forehead. Inhaling, gazing forward, your leg nice and long, elbows glued to your body, kissing with your heart, your floor, lifting yourself up, exhaling, rounding, inhaling, warming up. The more you're pushing your leg towards the ceiling, bending your elbows next to your body, coming up, rounding your spine, inhaling, lengthening, pulling your hands towards your heart, long spine, kissing the floor, exhaling, rounding. Your last time you stay with your leg long, lifting your left arm, gaze towards the floor, staying here, bending your right knee, left hand grabbing your ankle, pushing your shin bone, breathe, smiling in your heart, breathe, opening up your chest, inhaling, reaching forward, reaching back, planting your hand, your knee, and changing side, left leg in, facing forward, hips square, exhaling, rounding. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, staying long, spreading fingers, pulling elbows, glued to your body, kissing the floor. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, coming down. In, breathe, rounding one more time. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, exhaling, rounding. Stay long with your leg, lifting your right, staying here for 2 breaths. Hips square, parallel, and from here you're bending your knee, grabbing your ankle, flexing your foot, lifting your heart while you're shooting with your shin bone. Inhaling, reaching forward and back, planting hand, planting knee, opening your knees, mat width apart when you have a mat, or opening more or less 60, 70 centimeters apart, coming into your open-legged child pose, forehead meeting the floor. Inhaling, letting your hands sliding under your shoulders, bringing your knees back, under your hips, curling your toes, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, giving yourself a bit of a warming up, paddling these feet, spreading your fingers, finding your movement, shaking your head, warming your face. Inhaling, coming back down onto your knees. One more child pose, your knees gently open, maybe wider, maybe only a tiny bit, forehead meeting the floor. Let go. I am here regardless of what is happening outside, filling yourself with your presence, with your being, mind chattering, heart beating, emotions flowing. I am here. Lifting your heart a tiny bit that you can see your arms, bringing your elbows close to each other. So with your fingers, you're bending your elbows, and with your fingers, you want to touching the edges of your elbows, bringing your hands together in front of you. And from here, you're pressing your hands, your elbows, curling your toes, lifting your seat. You want to take a few dolphin, warming up your shoulders, strengthening your core. So from here, maybe you need to walk your toes a tiny bit more back to opening your armpits. With your next inhaling, bringing your heart between your arms. Exhaling, lifting your seat. Inhaling, long spine. Exhaling. You always, when you need, you can releasing your knees. When this is a bit too hard, you can working with your knees down. It is the same movement. So 3 more times with your inhaling, pushing your heels, your heart between your arms. Exhaling, lifting yourself up. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time. Inhaling. Maybe you want to hold here. Breathe. Breathe in your belly, releasing your knees, releasing your seat back, coming into your child pose. This time you're bringing your arms around, meeting your toes, releasing your shoulders, feeling this energy flowing deep in your body. Shoulders releasing, arms relaxing. Breath, bringing your hands back under your shoulders, gazing forward, curling your toes in your downward facing dog. Breath, inhaling, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling, staying square with your hips, long leg. And then from here, you're opening your hip, you're pushing with your leg very long. You do not want to bend your knee yet. You're giving yourself a really beautiful opening from your armpit over your whole body. And then, if you like, you can bending your knee points towards the ceiling. Stay, or you can flipping your dog, turning your toes, lifting your seat. Stay where you are. Breathe. Breathe. Exhaling, planting your right hand, lifting your right leg, bending your knees, stepping your right foot between your hands, coming halfway up in your aeroplane, palms of your hands facing up, your heart reaches forward. Breathe, inhaling in your high lunge and lifting your arms over your head, interlacing your fingers, bending your front knee. Breathe, bringing your hands on the back of your skull, your elbows towards the side, and lifting your heart, releasing your shoulder blades, towards your seat. Sweet little back bending. Exhaling, planting your hands onto the floor, stepping back into your high plank. Stay. Releasing your knees, releasing your toes, chin, chest, meeting the floor, reaching forward, mini cobra, big toes touching, bringing your hands onto your side, fingertips pressing into the floor, elbows over your wrists. So making sure your hands are really in line with your shoulders and your elbows over your wrists. Inhaling, belly button, pubic bone, lifting your heart. Exhaling, coming down. 4 more times in your own pace. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, lifting. Inhaling, lifting, stay. Breathe. Exhaling, coming down. Bringing your hands under your shoulders, curling your toes, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, padding your feet, spreading these fingers even wider. Inhaling, lifting your left leg. Stay square with your hips, releasing your right heel. Breathe your neck long. And then from here, you're pushing with your left foot towards your right side, as if you can give yourself a really, really, really nice stretching here. Breathe. You can stay like this, or you're bending your knee, helping you, flipping open. When you're turning your toes, you're pressing both feet into the floor, lifting your heart. You can flip open easier, turning these toes. Breathe, pointing away from you, that you both feet pressing into the floor. And bringing back your hand onto the floor, lifting your left leg, squaring hips. Exhaling, stepping your left foot between your hands in your aeroplane, reaching forward from your heart, spreading your fingers. Breathe. Reaching forward a tiny bit more, Petro. Breathe, and your arms reaching back. Inhaling, high lunge, interlacing fingers, pointing with your index finger, bending your front knee, lengthening your back leg. Breathe, bringing your hands on the back of your skull, opening your heart. Breathe. Breath. Inhaling, exhaling, planting your hand, stepping back into your high plank, releasing your knees, releasing your toes, chin chest meeting, inhaling in your cobra, exhaling, coming down onto the floor, bringing your arms next to your body and turning your head towards one side, giving yourself a moment, melting, yielding. I am here. Praise. Making sure your big toes touching and 10 toes pressing into the floor. This provokes that your inner thighs rolling towards the ceiling. You're creating a bit more space in your inner groins, pressing your belly button, your pubic bone into the floor, lengthening your lower back. This lower part we like to squeeze, interlacing your fingers in your back, rolling back your shoulders, lifting your heart, making sure you're not squeezing into your lower back. 10 toes pressing, opening your chest. Pushing with your hands towards your left side and gaze over your right shoulder. Inhaling back into your neutral and pushing your hands towards your right side. Gaze over your left shoulder. Exhaling, releasing in your center, your arms resting, palms of your hands facing up, turning your head to the other side. Feeling your belly button, your pubic bone. You want to even lengthening your lower back, even a tiny bit more. And start pressing it towards the center of this planet while you're lifting your legs, you're lifting your arms, focus, breathe. One more deep breath. Exhaling, coming down, letting your head turning to the opposite side, letting go. You want to come up one more time. So you're pressing, you want to start really pressing your belly button, your pubic down, becoming light like a feather, as if you can bring this energy from Mother Earth, lifting your thighs, lifting your chest, smiling in your heart. I am here. Breathe. Exhaling, bringing your hands back under your shoulders, spreading your fingers, lifting your heart. Come in your downward facing dog, paddling these feet, shaking with your hands, bending your knees, gaze between your hands, walking, stepping, hopping forward between your hands, hip width apart, your feet coming halfway, your knees staying soft, lengthening, folding in with your exhaling 3 more times. Inhaling, coming halfway, soften your knees, long spine, long legs, folding in with your exhale. Inhaling. With your next inhaling, you want to come into your standing. Long spine, long legs, bringing your arms on your side, closing your eyes in your Tadasana. Maybe you feel a tiny bit dizzy. We've been working for a bit of a time lower down, standing up the first time. Let this dizziness be here as the strength, as your concentration. Nothing needs to be pushed away. I am here. Your mind knows. Your heart knows. Inhaling, your arms over your head. Exhaling, folding forward. Warming up in a simple sun salutation, bending your knees, stepping your right foot back, finding a long runner's lunge, gazing forward, stepping left in your high plank, choose knees, chin, chest, or taking Chaturanga, Dandasana, whatever feels right for you. Lifting your heart, exhaling in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, inhaling your right leg, exhaling, stepping through, long runner's lunge, lengthening, exhaling, lightly stepping your foot halfway up with your inhaling, folding forward in your exhaling, inhaling, lifting yourself up, exhaling, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, Tadasana, mountain with one breath. Exhaling, inhaling, sweeping your arms, exhaling, folding forward, left foot, one is stepping back, inhaling, and with your exhaling, stepping your left, opening your chest, exhaling, high plank, releasing knees, chin, chest, or Chaturanga, Dandasana, upward facing dog, feeling
pacing. Let's meet downward facing dog. Staying here for 3 deep long breaths, balancing yourself. Regardless of what is, I am here. There can be storms outside. I am here, stepping your feet together, left leg, inhaling, exhaling, stepping your left foot between your hands, inhaling, gazing forward, exhaling, both feet stepping together, halfway coming up, exhaling, folding, inhaling, coming into your standing, taking one more round in your own pace. I just keep on talking when you like to be guided, when you like to practice for yourself, taking one more round, starting with right the first round and then starting with left and taking 3 breaths in your down dog. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, lengthening right foot, stepping back. Inhaling, exhaling in your high plank, releasing knees, chin, chest, or chaturanga, dandasana. Inhaling in cobra or upward facing dog, finding your down dog, taking 3 breaths. Long, steady, strong. Inhaling your right leg, stepping your right leg between your hands, long runner's lunge. You really want to use to opening up, stepping both feet, inhaling, coming halfway, folding forward. Uttanasana, 1 breath, inhaling. Exhaling, prayer, letting yourself grow. Tadasana, peaceful mountain, whatever there is. Inhaling, your arms over your head, folding forward. Uttanasana, inhaling, lengthening and stepping your left foot. Long runner's lunge, inhaling. Stepping back in your high plank, knees, chin, chest, chaturanga, dandasana, inhaling cobra or Adho Mukha Svanasana, lifting your seat, down dog, stay, feeling your fingers, spreading them wide, rolling back your shoulders, releasing your heels as good as possible. And always know you're bending your knees when you need. When you feel you're overstretching in your lower back, you want to stay with your knees bent. One more deep inhaling. Inhaling your left leg. Exhaling, stepping your left foot between your hands. Exhaling, stepping both feet, inhaling halfway, folding, 1 breath, inhaling, exhaling, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, releasing Tadasana mountain, letting your fingers curling in a tiny bit to be very soft, steady, strong. Exhaling, bringing your prayer in front of your chest. Inhaling, reaching with your fingers towards the ceiling, folding forward, taking the second warrior. Inhaling, coming halfway, stepping your left foot back, open it 45 degrees, lifting your left arm, windmill back while your right arm is lifting up, making sure you're bending your front knee 45 degrees. So you're really nicely bent. Maybe you need to step a tiny bit further, your hips open, shoulders over your hips. Press, gazing over your front arm with your inhaling and exhaling, gazing over your back arm into your past. You are in your present, inhaling, allowing to gaze into future, and with your exhaling, you know who you are, knowing you have a past, staying in your presence, releasing your back arm, front arm, palm of your hand, lifting yourself up, bending your front knee, reversed warrior. Breathe. Inhaling, coming back in your second warrior, bending your right elbow, your arm comes towards your side, your left arm flows over your head. Breathe. You can stay here, supporting yourself, or maybe you are used to the practice and you bring your right arm along your leg in the inside to avoid that your right knee flows internally. Breath. Inhaling, coming back into your second warrior. Your right arm crosses in front of your chest, your left arm on top, wriggling your arms around, coming into your eagle arms like a nice little variation, pushing with your elbows forward, resting your forehead, bending your knee. Breathe. You can stay here, or you want to working yourself in lifting your elbow a tiny bit higher, making sure you stay with your torso in your second warrior. Inhaling, coming back, letting your arms flowing towards the side, interlacing your fingers in your back, turning your hips halfway forward, humbled warrior, inhaling. Along your front leg, you want to folding forward, releasing your neck. Breathe. Stay, or you're releasing your arms inside. So your right elbow comes under your right knee and finding a nice little bind, gazing over your left shoulder. Breathe. Breathe. Exhaling, releasing your hands inside, turning your back toes, stepping back, coming into your high plank. Stay in your high plank, releasing your knees, chin, chest, chaturanga, dandasana, inhaling, fleeting, exhaling, coming in your downward facing dog. Stay in your down dog. Breathe, spreading your fingers. It's not that important that your heels coming down, lengthening your spine. Resting in your being, knowing I am here. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward. Inhaling, coming halfway, folding in your Uttanasana. Inhaling in your standing, praying your prayer in front of your chest. Tadasana, mountain, feet, toes, heels, awareness. Soften your knees. Breathing into your feet, and your feet are breathing towards the center of this planet. Exhaling, bringing